Louisa.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Treasure. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell for more videos. So today guys, finally I'm going to share this story. I've always wanted to share it with you guys, but then it was so emotional. I'm like, can I share it? It took me time to be like, okay, I want to give you guys real content. You want to know more about me, you want to know what I've been through. So yeah, finally I'm here for it, and I'm like, okay, fine. And I don't want you to cry if you see this video and you're emotional like me. please, you're not going to finish the video. I don't know, I feel like this is about me. It's so personal, but oh my god. I need to show you guys that other part of me that you didn't know. So the old scenario, the old story, I know if you can read the heading, it's about my depression story. For those who don't know depression, oh my god, it's real. It's real guys. It all started oh god, can I do this? Oh. So personally, I grew up with a single mom. Most of you know that because I always tell you guys in most of my video, I grew up with a single mom. So my mom was this independent mother, like this independent woman who always wanted to do things for herself, wanted to provide things for our children herself. So she never asked for help. She never. If you're there and then you'll be like, your mom came to me, as never. So my mom raised me and my brother. I saw how my mom used to work so hard. I saw how my mom used to, oh my god. Guys, I know this video is going to make me so emotional, but I said I'll not cry. Yeah, so it all started when I was still in school. I was still in school in my secondary. So oh god, guys, can I do this? It all started in my secondary. One day I came back when my mom wasn't feeling well. She was from the hospital. Then she told me they found out that she had pressure. Oh my god, guys, I lost it. The fact that I knew my mom didn't have money, and then I was in school. She was the one taking care of me and my little brother. She was the one buying food for us. I lost it. I thought pressure, like she's going to have a stroke, because for us we grew up saying pressure, the stroke comes there and there you get. So me, I started getting scared. I'm like, oh my god, my mother is going to die, the stroke, oh my god, how are we going to survive? How is she going to provide like our needs? Like now I've grown up and I'm in my secondary. But then I had a best friend. If she's watching this video, my best friend when we were younger. So I ran to her. I told her, because we used to stay in the same neighborhood, I told her, you know what, I found out my mom has pressure. I think I'm going to stop school. Now things have really turned bad on me. Like my life has ended. My mom is going to die. I don't remember what she told me, but what I remember, we hugged. With our friendships, we could go through stuff, but we never used to be clingy. Or by that time she saw I was really had lost it. So we hugged. Then I cried, guys. I don't remember ever crying like that. I cried. Then she told me everything will be fine. Yeah, so guys, of course the reality has had to occur. So we faced a lot of financial things with my mother. Like my mom didn't have enough money. Oh god, it was really hard. So guys, I had to stop school. I know most of you will be like, but Treasure, why are you a senior for dropout? Oh my god, guys, it's because oh god, the moment my mom got sick, I couldn't concentrate in school. I wanted to get out and start working and get money for my little brother. Yeah, and the other thing is, before even secondary, I was this asthma. I don't know if you guys know. I had asthma, like I was born with it. So um it was really hard when I was in my primary, but my mom used to take care of me. So seeing the person who is your mother, like your superhero, your fighter, like becoming sick, becoming weak, oh my god, it killed me. So I I stopped school. I stopped school. Things really got bad, and with my mom, she never, like I said, she would never wanted to ask help from anyone, like anyone, guys. If my mom finds out you asked help from either a relative, she could tell you, I don't want that. Who told you to go to this person and ask for help? So I'm like, okay, fine. I think this is where I have to grow up. I grew up at a young age, guys. If I tell you the age I was when I was like, okay, I have to make certain decisions, I have to start working, I have to look for money. Yeah, I started looking for jobs. I started in my vacation. Yeah, but the situation wasn't. I was already born again Christian, like in primary 7, but then I had to face the truth. I had to leave everything behind. I have to, you're young, and then you have to adopt to a certain kind of way of living. You have to stop seeing your friends. You have to stop going out with your friends. Your friends are even still in school. You in your vacation already. You're working. You have to hide from your friends. So things were a bit. So guys, when I was done with in my vacation, like I was saying, I'm sorry, it can be a little confusing because oh my god, this is my life, this is my story. So the depression could come in, I could start crying, I could not read books very well, so I stopped school. I remember even I got a second grade. I was so bright, but I got a second grade because I couldn't concentrate. Like I couldn't, guys. So that's where the world started being, things became harder and harder. I started looking for jobs. I worked, the first job I did, guys. Yeah, it was a boutique in Makindye. A friend of mine, I'll not mention the friend, of mine connected me, so I started working there. Guys, I worked, they couldn't pay me, and then the money was less. She was supposed to give me 50,000 Ugandan shillings a month. But then I worked for 3 weeks and then I resigned because my mom was always complaining, you come back late. That place, if you're in Uganda, that place is risky for girls to be moving at night. I could wake up by 6 and come back at around 11. So my mom was like, I don't care, but you're still young and then you come in late. Okay, she was worried about me, so I had to leave the job. Guys, I worked for 3 weeks. I never got paid. I never got my 50K. Yeah, so after there, that's when my auntie held my hand. But then at some point, still, I was not happy. Like, growing up, I was a happy child. But then when the moment my mom got sick, I have never, like, I started being sad. I started thinking about stuff. I started looking at people and thinking about people in a different way. Like, they don't love me. I could become sad. And I want to, if you've ever helped me in my journey and you see this video, I want you to know that I love you, and I will not mention any person's name. If you've ever been a friend I call to cry and you listen to me, thank you so much. If you've ever been a relative that I trusted you and opened up to you, thank you so much. If you've ever been a stranger and then you changed my life, thank you so much. Then for my partner, oh my god, I've not even completed the story, but thank you so much, babe. I don't know if I would do this thing without you, and me looking for God, you being very supportive, Thank you so much. I know you understand this more than anyone because this is my story. So guys, after there, I started working with my auntie. Then after months, I worked for around 6 to 7 months. Oh, that's when the another thing saga came in. I had to resign to start my shop at 18. It wasn't easy. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough money. So started working for my auntie. Sorry, I had my own shop. I started working, and then I got the opportunity to travel. That's when I traveled, and then yeah, that's how things turned around. And then my life changed. Then I I got friends. I experienced the other part of the life, and then at certain point, I was saying that's how things turned around. um Mom got sick and sick and sick, so I had to make that decision to travel, guys. Then immediately I traveled. Lockdown came. Can you imagine? Yeah, but then God was there for me. I cried, I cried, I cried, I prayed. Oh God, I've never shared this story with anyone, but I could fast. Me in lockdown, I used to fast, guys. I was so depressed. I could think about my sick mom. Mom was always sick, guys. Things got worse. I prayed. I cried to God. I fasted. I prayed. You people, I learned a lot in Corona. I thought my mother was going to die. I looked for God. I googled. Oh God, I entered churches. I prayed. I cried. I've never met God like how I met God in that period, guys. God came through for me. God healed my mother. She's not completely healed, but that the attacks she got during that period were really high. I thought she was going to get a stroke or something. My mom, if you know me, you know my mom is my whole life. So if you want to piss me off, if you want to see me cry, if you want to just touch my mother. So my mom was really sick. I even thought of, oh my God, what can I say? I thought of committing suicide. Not like I wanted to kill myself. I'm like, I used to tell God, God, why am I living? If you cannot, it means you don't love me. I'm praying, I'm fasting. Why don't you take care of my mother? You know, I grew up, I've never had an encounter with my father's family, because when my mom and my dad separated, I was young. I didn't know. I don't even talk to my mom about that story, or with my dad. I don't want to know why they separated. I know things fail and people move on. Yeah, but still, I grew up more close to my mother's family, because I normally say this: my mom and her family, like we are neighbors with my aunties, and we always interact. So I've grown up more close with this other side of my mother, my aunties, my uncles. I've always been favored that they used to love me from day one. I could be this jolly person, jolly kid who used to dance for them. They give me money. Jolly kid who could crack jokes, and then they love the jokes and they give me, that connection with my uncles, with my aunties. Yeah, so I know they will watch this. My uncles, my aunties, they are so supportive. They could give me money, they could help where they can. But then, my mother couldn't want me to, she couldn't want to show them that she was badly off. But yeah, she was badly off. And I know they saw it, but they couldn't. At some point one day, my mom was really sick, and we wanted to take her to the hospital, and then they wanted to help. My mom refused. My mother is stubborn. So yeah, I thank God. The time I was depressed, guys, if I tell you my journey with God, the time I got so depressed, I ran to God. I told God, I used to cry. I could tell God, God, why me? You have that. Why me? Why me? Why am I going through this? God, I'm young. Why are you making me go through this? God, we made a deal, because me, I normally, when I'm praying, I tell God, God, if you do this for me, I'm going to do this in return. I'm going to testify. I'm going to fast about this. I always make deals with God. It comes up for me, but then we have our deals there, yeah. So that's when things, depression. I went to different churches. I even started taking medicine. Like, yeah, it was really bad. I could think about, I didn't want my mother to die. Every man I could get, I could send to my mother. At some point, a lot of people turned their backs against me. I lost 2 friends. Oh my God, guys, it was hard losing people who are your friends. I was really crying. My friends were there to support me. They died. I'm like, what is happening? COVID, things turned around. And then what I did was start this fasting for 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, non-stop praying. So I got a call. My mom was getting better. Oh my God, that's the happiest day of my life. I was so happy. I had to rush in Uganda and then spend time with my mother. Ever since, I always I don't take her for granted. And each time we spend together, life has really been so crazy that I feel like when people tell me I love my mom so much, they don't know that woman. I wish God gives her more life, because that woman has been there for me, guys. Even when people turned against me, even when people talk, even when people used to talk about me, even when things went left and right, my mother could always, even when she was going through pain. I've never had a period of my, I don't remember any day my mother has given up on me. Never. So guys, if you're really depressed, you're down, you don't know what to do, I think the best solution for depression is God. God is there. God sees what these other people won't see in you. There are things there, even people you call your own will one day betray you. They one day turn against you. They one day talk bad things about you. Even when you're going through a lot, they'll still hurt you. God will never hurt you. In this all my story, it has been God. I know I've not reached where I want to reach. I know I have a lot of dreams. I know, but it all starts and ends with God. I know my story. I know where I come from, guys. I come from a humble background, from a small home, but I have a big God. I've seen God show up for me. Yeah, and so many people ask me, but you, every time God, because it's all that I have. It's all that, he has never judged me. Anytime I go to him, he welcomes me, he hugs me, he holds me. Some of you have left me. Yeah, I know you're watching. You've left me. You've talked things about me. I've heard them all, and I've never come to you to say, why did you say this about me? No, because I found peace in God. I found, God held me. God treats me like his child. He treats me like, he gives me that comfort I was looking in the world. I never got it. When the friends left, when everyone left, he held my hand. He told me, I got you, I got your mother, I got your family. Let's keep doing this thing with me. And I was a Christian already, but then there's a way I drew close, through depression, and then you come close to God. That's how my life really changed totally for Christ. That's why if you come to my home and I told you about God, if you find me outside there and I told you about God, if you see how crazy I be at my home, gospel music everywhere, people be like, oh, treasure all the time, fasting, praying. It's because I don't think you would love me if it's not for the favor God put on my life. I don't think we would even make it here, guys. I don't think so, because really, I've dealt with a lot at a young age. but God never gave up on me. I've been used by friends, I've been used by people, I've been stepped on. This lover girl I love so much, like so much. I think I get it from my mother. I love my mother. If my mother loves you, that's me. If I love you, I love you with the all of me. But I've never gotten the love I've given to people back. Yup. Yes, that's the fact. People could hurt me. When you love this friend, tomorrow they betray you. Tomorrow you hear the things they talk about you. Then tomorrow you see them, they change. Some disappear, And then I'm like, okay, fine. Who will never leave me? It's only God. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me just focus on him. Let me draw closer to him. What does he want me to do? Let me do this. He wants me to do this. Okay, let me. Sometimes even when you pray and then you be like, God, things are not working out for me. Sometimes you should sit down and check yourself. Sometimes you are doing the wrong things while praying. You're not praying right. You need to give tithe. You need to give offerings in churches. You need to give, Sometimes God gives you and you don't appreciate. Sometimes we have very dark hearts whereby you're filled with jealousy, you're filled with anger issues, and then you think God is going to work for you. Never. First, clean your heart. It starts with you. God can heal you from depression. I've been there. I know. Yeah, my situation was worse. You can see this and be like, oh, only that. And then she became depressed. My dear, because you didn't go through it. I see very many girls committing like suicide, very many cases. But then I'm like, I wish this girl went to God instead of, when people betray us, we look for people to hug us, people to love us. Sometimes you want to share with other people and then you don't want to disclose. And then I feel like if that person went to God, they wouldn't do certain things. They could, sometimes even when you're going through certain periods in your time, and then you run to the wrong person, they can give you wrong advice. But if you kneel down and be like, okay, I only have God, so he's the one to come through for me. Yeah. So guys, that's how I overcame depression. It was not easy. So that's why I'm working on Christianity. I'm working on my relationship with God more than anyone. I don't care if you live my life. I swear I don't care, but I know I got someone. I know I have this man in heaven who will never leave me. Even if you step on me, you don't know me. You don't know where my God got me from. You can never destroy what the Lord. You don't know. You don't know where I come from. You don't know. Some people be there full of hatred, full of negativity. They always want to blame others. I've had scenarios when I was young and then I could be blamed for the things I never did. From some people I call mine, and then when I hear the stories, I'll be like, okay, do I need to talk about this? Do I need to no, I'll never, I say 2024 guys, I will never sit there and with someone and tell them you hurt me because of ABC. Never. I already forgave you even before you hurt me. If you come to hurt me, it is okay. I'll forgive you still, because I feel like, and I'll never explain myself to anyone. Some people believe certain stories or believe the other part of the stories they want to hear. Even when you explain to them, still they want to hear the other part. Sometimes we be here and then we hear stories, people talk about us and be like, okay, fine. Did I lose any part of my body? No. Do they pay my bills? No. Do they feed my mother? Do they care for, do they buy treatment for my mother? So I just be like, okay, let them enjoy their conversations. I'll never call anyone to be like, hey, I had this. Never. I feel like this is the way God has given me peace. Whereby even if you call me to give me the gossip or the gist, I just laugh at you and be like, okay, are you done? Can you discuss about something else? Is it bringing money? Is it business oriented? You get? I feel like we waste more time in the world and people instead of focusing on God. It says that even if you're to love your family, you have to spend time with them. So if you love God, spend time with God. That's how he says. He says, you see, even if it is your partner, to show them that you love them, you have to spend time with them. So what about this God we serve? Meaning me, I'm busy looking for my Father in heaven. I'm busy focusing on my Christianity life. I'm so busy, guys. So if you want to step on me. I'll just say thank you for stepping on me. Let's move. Yeah, sometimes you can hurt me and I cry, and then I'll be like, okay, why am I crying? If this God I serve is died on the cross for my sins, God loves us sinners. You would have not died for those ones who don't sin. But the fact that we are all sinners, that's what the Bible says. Some people be like, which relationship do you have with God? Yet you're not married, you're blah blah blah. My dear, Lord is still building even that for me. I was judged when I started being with celebrities, when I started being with Spice, my friend. Yeah, people could talk about me, guys. Hey, they could talk about me. At a certain point, I was like, my mom could listen to those things and be like, they don't know my daughter. You people, my mother is my number one fan, because she knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. So when Spice became a big celebrity, like now she has always been big, but when she became number one, now there's some people were talking bad about me. They could call me, hey Treasure, do you know that your friend became like this? Hey Treasure. I'm like, okay, now there were some people calling me. And then when I was with her back then, you could talk things about us. Sometimes you don't judge a book by its cover. You have not been with me, you don't know me, you don't know you don't know what the Lord has for me. You don't know why the Lord called me to be with that person at that period of time. We judge people. Me, that's why I never judge people or talk about bad about people. And 2024, I'm choosing distance over anything. I'm choosing those boundaries. Yes, honey, we are closing boundaries. If you see someone is bringing information that does not benefit you, it's not beef, it's boundary. I don't hate you, it's boundary. Sometimes we've been hurt a lot, or we've loved people that have hurt us a lot, and then we don't you don't learn from what has hurt you. How about you sit down with yourself, think about what happened, and then see how you're going to move forward. If people have hurt you or played games with you, sit down and see, why are they doing like this and this to me? Find the solution, you yourself. Be like, okay, fine, they are doing this and this to me because of this, because I'm like this. Sometimes you're the problem. You don't know, but you are. Sit down and be like, okay, I feel like I'm the problem. They're doing this and this to me because I'm also like this. Sometimes you need to. But all in all, guys, God, let me show you something that changed my life. This I don't know if it's this changed my life. If you don't have a Bible, go buy a Bible, pray, talk to God, go to churches nearest, recommend and tell you guys, go to the prayer mountain. Me, when I was lost, when I was depressed, every time I have an issue in my life, I ran to the prayer mountain. Okay, I don't go there because I have issues. Even when I don't have issues, I go to church. But I'm like, if the world is so hard on me, I don't report you to anyone. Me, my mother has pressure. Now you all know. So I'm not going to go and report you to my mother. What if she gets, that stroke? I run to God. Even when people have hurt me, I cry. My tears go in this Bible. I tell God, again, this person has hurt me. I've had issues with my businesses. I run to God. But I'll never face depression anymore in my life. I won that battle through. Even if you get this. this thing can change your life. This holy book, I've held it like this at my worst. I've cried. Yeah, I didn't, it wasn't this same Bible. This my mom got for me on my birthday last year, but I had another Bible. I've always had Bibles, still from my mom. I've never bought a Bible for myself. My mom always gets me Bibles, like, you need to read the Bible, you need to read the Bible. So yes, guys, let's all turn to God. If you're Christian, yeah, by the way, me, I come from, my father is a Muslim. I always tell you guys, okay, I told you guys once, my father is a Muslim, but my father has no issues with my religion. She knows, oh sorry, he knows I'm grown up. I choose what I want to be in my life and what I want to do, so long as he knows, and he's proud of me. My father is one person I meet and then he tells me how proud he is, because yes, and I don't have any issues with any religion. So long as you know your God, you have a relationship with your God, that's what matters. Guys, I think that's all for the vlog. I pray that the Lord, after this video, if you're going through depression, may the Lord visit you. May He wipe away all your tears. May He change your story like He did to my own story. May He visit your family. Please welcome Him. He's on the door knocking. In Jesus' name, amen. Love you guys.